Oh, there's a good one. Dude, that's a better fish right there. Oh yeah. Called my shot, baby. Called my shot. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another exciting episode of Orange 22 Fishing. We are out here today doing a little bit of fishing, me and Maddie out here today. But last night I was actually able to go out and film a really cool video for you guys, which is what you're about to see. And I was able to fish with the Z-Man Micro Chatterbait, and I had a ton of fun using it, a ton of success. And you guys are about to see that right in front of you. So hope you guys enjoy this video today. Make sure if you do, leave us a thumbs up down below, drop a comment, and subscribe. Let's keep growing this channel up, guys. I'm so excited for the future of this thing, and I thank you guys so much for all your support. But for right now, let's get into the video. I think you guys are really gonna like this one. All right, guys, so we made it to the spot here today, and this is the teeny tiny micro chatterbait that we're going to be using today. It's only 1/8 of an ounce, as you guys can see right there, and I think the regular size chatterbaits are like 3/8 of an ounce, so this thing is considerably smaller. I mean, look at the size of my hand next to this bait right there. That is a tiny little chatterbait. So let me show you a regular size chatterbait here if I can find one real quick. I believe I have a couple in this box. But you're going to be amazed when you see the difference between a regular chatterbait and this one. So here is your typical 3/8 ounce chatterbait with a trailer on there. And I haven't even taken this out of the package yet, but you guys can see right there just how small that thing is. It's going to be a significantly smaller profile for these winter bass. And I'm thinking that could be the key for us today. That's why I decided to try this bait out. So I'm going to go ahead here and take it on out of the package. We're going to see exactly what we're dealing with. I like that white color on it right there. It's a good shad imitation this time of year. But here we go. That thing is absolutely tiny. It just feels so light. It's crazy, man. I can't wait to try this thing out. So let me tie it on right here. We'll walk down to the water and I'll show you guys the spot we're dealing with today, and we'll see if anything bites up on this. I do have a trailer that is in this box right here, so let me put that on real quick and I'll show you guys what that looks like. So here's the trailer I decided to put on there. It's a pink and yellow, just a little wiggly tail thing. It's gonna have some subtle action on it. It will go side to side a little bit, but it's not as aggressive as something that I would throw in the warmer months. It's just one of these right here. You can get them at Walmart or Dick's or whatever your local sporting goods store is to put on the back of here. So I'm thinking that combo right there is going to be pretty good. I'm liking it a lot. So like I said, let's get right down to the water and see if we can catch something on this. All right, folks, it's time to make things happen. Let's get right on down to the water here. I'm seeing stuff blowing up just from coming over here already. And this is always a tricky place to get down to here in the summer. But now that we have the winter rolling in here, we actually have snow in the forecast tonight, by the way. But all these branches and everything are completely like barren now, so should have a decent time getting in here as opposed to the summer with all those thick vines. But I'm trying to remember where exactly I came in before. Might be up here. I doubt anybody has fished here in a while just because of how hard it is to access this place. But once we get in here, we should be good to go. Now I only have one of these micro chatterbaits, so I'm really hoping I don't get broken off and don't lose it or something, because if I do, it's kind of the end of the video. So I got to be careful with how I go about this today. Got to make good, accurate casts. And this water is looking very clear, as most of the ponds are right now. So fish are going to be able to see it for sure. Sun is going down. We only got about 40 minutes to fish, but I think we're gonna be able to make it happen. So yeah, this is the pond. Never before been seen on the channel, I don't think. Only fished here a couple of times myself, but you guys should be able to see this action really good right there on that chatterbait. Very subtle compared to a typical chatterbait, just because of the smaller size, and the trailer really doesn't have much action at all whatsoever. So I may have to give this a few twitches in the water there to get them fired up. But I'm liking how it looks right there. All right, start chucking it around, see if we can't start off with a fish right off the bat. That would be awesome. Feels the same exact way as a big chatterbait does. It vibrates your whole entire rod. You can really feel that just coming up through the rod and even into the reel. But man, that thing looks super cool. It's so funny using such a small version of a bait that I use quite a bit. My hope is that these fish are going to be fired up a little bit before the snowstorm we got coming tonight. It's not like a ton of snow we're supposed to get, but it is enough where it could make the fish, you know, want to eat something before they hunker down in that snowstorm. There's one. There we go. We got one, guys. Come on, get him in. Slam the little micro. What do we got here? Nice little bass. Awesome. Sweet. That is so cool, guys. The micro chatterbait. Getting it done in mid-December, right before a snowstorm. Let me take my glove off so I don't get that all messed up with water here and everything. But man, that is so cool. I always love trying different versions of baits that I'm, you know, familiar with. Like the chatterbait is a go-to bait for me. So just experimenting with a tiny version of it and actually having some success out here, that's just, at this time of year, that's all you can ask for. So awesome to start the day with a bass. See him swim off. See you, buddy. Man, that's crazy. I guess they like that trailer. I was a little bit skeptical of using that trailer on there, but I guess they do like it. That's super cool. Let's keep it going. He was way out in the middle there, so I'm gonna target that same area. I guess they're sitting in that deeper water. If I remember correctly, I had given it a few twitches. Oh, back-to-back cast. Oh, he got off though. He got off, but that was in the same spot. That felt like a little bit of a bigger fish too. I was just twitching this thing all crazy. That action is insane. But that fish hit right in the same little area. So we could be onto something right here. I'm just, look at my rod tip if you guys can see that. It's just going crazy, bouncing all over the place. How cool would it be to land like a 3 or 4 pounder on this thing? Could you imagine? I mean, just the fight alone would be crazy on this little ultralight setup, but having a big fish eat this tiny bait, how cool would that be? I mean, we know they like it already. Had 2 bites. This water is freezing cold. We had a really nice day yesterday, but today it is cooled down probably 20 to 30 degrees, and that's no exaggeration. So we had a major cold front come in before this snowstorm. And cold fronts are usually very tough to fish in. Oh, we just had another one. We just had another one. But these fish are fired up for a cold front. That's crazy right now. Dude, I'm getting hit so much. Let's continue to make our way down here. I don't want to spook these fish, so I'm moving pretty slowly and carefully here. But we have a lot of pond to cover. This is kind of a long pond. And I've only ever gone up to this point right here. But most of the fish do hang out right in the area that we're fishing right now. And by the bites we're getting, I think this is predominantly where they're gonna be, but there might be some on the other end too. That's a fish. There we go. These hits are really subtle. Another bass, I believe. Yep. Sweet, our second fish. It's like, you know the feeling when you get snagged on some weeds, like just some really thick weeds? That's kind of what these bites are feeling like right now. But they are eating this thing. These bass are fired up during a cold front, which is still crazy to me. And they're nailing the little Z-Man micro chatterbait, which is now hung up on my glove somehow. Okay. But yeah, another beautiful little bass in December. That's just perfect. That's all you can ask for. Trying a brand new bait I've never used in my life. And This glove is hilarious. I'm just so stoked coming out here in freezing cold temperatures. It is a real feel of 34 degrees right now. I'm freezing my butt off, but we are catching bass and we are having a nice little video right here. This is very enjoyable for me because I've been in a bit of a slump lately, and I broke out of it not too long ago with a big 5-pounder on a lipless. But we have kind of found our groove again. We are catching fish on the regular. This is a great option of a lure to use though on a shallow pond like this, because if I'm using a big chatterbait right now, just a regular size one, I'd be having to move it so fast just to keep it up off the bottom and to stay out of the weeds and everything. But with this little micro, I'm getting the same action, and I'm not having to reel it incredibly fast, so definitely a plus. Very happy with how this bait has performed so far. There's one way out there. Oh, he popped off again, dude. Dang it. I don't know what it is. I know this hook is sharp. That's frustrating though. Even though I have failed to land quite a few fish already today, we are seeing that this lure is going to get your bites and you're going to be able to catch your fish on it. If it's performing as well as it is right now in the middle of December like this in a cold front, just imagine how good this bait is going to be on a, you know, just a regular spring night or early fall or something like that. It's going to be deadly. I've been noticing a bunch of topwater activity down here, which is something I really haven't seen on many other ponds lately, and it's leading me to believe that there's either bluegill or shad or something getting chased up in here. So it's kind of tough to make my way down here, but I'm gonna try. I don't want to sink too deep in the mud or anything, but if I feel comfortable walking down here, I'm gonna do it because stuff is happening over there. I feel like I should mention here the castability is insanely good on this thing. I'm using 6-pound line and I'm able to cast about halfway across this pond. It's not that much better than, you know, something else its size, but it is still really good. I can get out there where I need to be. All right, let's take a little bit of a stroll here all the way down to where I came in at. There's a whole nother side to this island here. It's a little bit tougher to fish, but I'm gonna try to cast around in there because I have caught decent fish over there before. It's just usually really weedy, so you have to use topwater, but if the weeds aren't too bad here and they've kind of died off for the winter a little bit, I should be able to sling this micro chatterbait around in there a little bit and hopefully pick up a couple more fish here, because this has been fun. We've gotten a lot of bites. Just need to deliver a couple more times. Oh, there's a good one. Dude, that's a better fish right there. Nice. This thing was in the same exact spot where I kind of walked in at, so that tells you the fish are moving around and reloading a little bit. Definitely the best fish of the day. I'm gonna get my glove wet on this one, I don't care. Check it out. That's a little tank on the micro, dude. So freaking sick. That is just awesome. That's like 1.5 pound bass. Oh my gosh. I am becoming a firm believer in this little micro chatterbait right off the bat here. I mean, are you kidding me, guys? That's a nice little chunk. Check him out. Dang. You cannot ask for much more than that when trying out a new bait in the dead of winter. I mean, this thing has performed extremely well. I've gotten probably 6 or 7 hits, and boom, we got ourselves a decent one right there, man. That is so cool. So thrilled to be able to come out here and have some success when, you know, honestly, I wasn't expecting a whole lot today, but this isn't like a giant or anything, but that's a quality keeper bass. We're gonna let him go right there. Not the most gracious release, but who cares, man. Mid-December, if you guys want to catch some fish, get yourselves one of these little micro chatterbaits, man. This thing is a killer in the cold water here. Stuff is jumping around, man. This pond is alive. Like, I wish all the ponds were like this right now. This is craziness. I bet you if we were using a big chatterbait, we probably wouldn't have caught anything. This thing is literally perfect for pond fishing. And especially in the winter, you want to slim down your profile. You want to slow things down a little bit, give it a little more subtle presentation. This is a perfect bait if you guys are looking for something like that. All right, so 3 fish from this side. Let's come out here and see if we can't walk our way to the other side of the pond and try to get in over there. I've never done that before, but like I said earlier, it should be a little bit easier to maneuver our way around in here since all the vines and everything are pretty much dead now. But I think if we can get over to that side, we're gonna have a couple more fish willing to chomp up on this chatterbait. Guys, I'm just frozen to my core right now. It is absolutely freezing out here, and I'm just so shocked that the action has been this good already. It's a true testament to this little Z-Man micro chatter. It's got a silver head on it, which I think is really unique because I don't think the larger sizes have a silver head. I think they're just white or whatever color the skirt is, but this one's got the silver head, the white body, or the white skirt, excuse me, and then the little trailer I put on there to add some extra color. But it has really performed so well today. Hoping I can find a spot to get in over here, because we don't have time to lose to walk around the pond and not have a place to get in. But right here, all right, we'll give it a shot. I think we might be able to hop on this little concrete thing right down in here. It's a little bit sketchy, but we shall try. Just gotta watch out for the snakes, you know? It looks pretty dang snaky back in here. I'm making a lot of noise. Ugh. Good Lord, this thing isn't very sturdy, is it? I don't like that. But anyway. Ugh. Okay. This mud is sinking. Stuff I do to catch fish, guys. Yeah, this is not good. This is some gnarly mud. I think I can get a couple casts here maybe, but I definitely want to move on. All right, I better catch one over here to make this worth it. Nope, nothing here. All this was not worth it right here on this mud. This is not McDonald's. I'm not loving it right now. Let's get the heck out of this corner. This looks somewhat promising right here. For whatever reason, they chopped the trees down. And if it's not muddy, I can definitely walk out there a little bit. All right, definitely better than that other corner so far. But some of this Delaware mud, if you guys also wade in some of these ponds like I do, you know this mud can like turn deadly at any time. You can just sink like 5 or 6 feet down in that mud and you're kind of screwed if that happens. So you gotta tread lightly. But yeah, I'm liking this right here. Never fished on this side before. Looks pretty good. Man, I want to see one eat it right at the front right here. There's one right there. Boom, I knew we'd get one over here. Wow, these bass are fired up today. This is just great. Fantastic. Oh yeah, buddy. Thanks for biting, my man. Almost took my trailer off of there. Another healthy little bass right there. There's got to be some bigger ones than this in here too, I would believe. But I'm loving catching the dinks today. He hit it pretty close to me. If he would have hit it in a little bit further, I could have seen him eat it, but he hit like right out there. I'm just shocked, really, at how much these bass are moving around eating bait right now. I don't know why they're doing it, but I'm guessing it's probably because the snowstorm is coming in tonight, and that was kind of my theory, that, you know, maybe the fish are fired up and looking to feed before the weather event comes in, despite the cold front. You know what? There must be beavers around here, because I don't know if you guys can see right there, but on that island, oh my gosh, I just had a nice hit right there, wrecked me, pulled the skirt off of here, and almost took my trailer too. These fish are just really impressing me with their aggressiveness today. But like I was saying, that tree way over there looks like it's been sawed down by a beaver. It's got that like rounded feature to it that they have when they get eaten by a beaver or something. And all these ones right here, it could have been the same kind of deal. So I got to be careful. I don't know if they hibernate or what, but they are super aggressive if you come up on their little homes and everything. Let's see if that fish comes back for it, because I don't think he got the hook in his mouth. He must have been sitting right on the edge of this weed line. All right, he didn't come back for it. We're gonna keep moving on down. The sun is now behind the horizon, and we probably have 10 minutes left if we're lucky, where you guys can still see what I'm doing out here and where I can still see what I'm doing. Well, let's go on down here and hopefully we get lucky and find another cutout that I can step down in. If not, we can just come back here. But I feel like there should be a spot I can pop out and get a few casts down there. Found another cut down here. There's a big old trash can in the water right there. All kinds of trash over here. It's pretty disgusting. People need to pick up after themselves, but again, let's hope we don't sink down here. If I can get right out here, this is again the end of the pond that I've never fished before. It's got to be where that 10-pounder is, right? This is some smelly mud. Good Lord. Ugh. This is where I was seeing all those blow-ups earlier from whatever bait fish are in here, so there's got to be some hungry bass down on this end, I'm assuming. Love to round out the night with one more fish. Oh, dude. He slammed it right at the edge, right when I was least expecting it. Just grabbed the tail again. These fish are funny in here, man. They're getting the best of me most of the time, but I have managed to snag a few of them so far. They must just be following this bait for so long. Then they just pounce on it right at the edge. Some were lucky to catch, some were not. I'm feeling like this is a fish on this cast. I really am. What'd I say? Best fish of the day by far, I think. Yeah, for sure. Called my shot, baby. Called my shot. It might not be bigger than that other one, but it's a, oh no, it's a decent one. Look at him, he's sitting on top of the weeds. Dude, he was fighting so hard for a little dink like that, but he's probably a pound. That's how lethargic they get in the winter, though. If that was a summer fish and he landed right there, he would have simply flopped away very quickly. But I was able to grab him right there. But talk about calling my shot. I said, this feels like a fish on this cast. And he did not disappoint me, man. 5 fish on this little Z-Man chatterbait. There he is. There he is. Come on, stay on there. There you go. That's a little decent bass. He's digging for deeper water too. Check this fight out, guys. Even in the cold water, they still fight. Oh yeah, buddy. Oh yeah. Come here, man. Don't break me off. Oh yeah. That was a good bite out there. This is a fat one too. Yes. Another quality bass, just like that. I think it was the third fish of the night that we got. It's about that size. And look at how he ate it right there. I felt him suck it in. I waited a second for him to fully eat it, then I set the hook. But man, guys, can you ask for anything better than this time of year? I mean, it's not supposed to go this well. I was out fishing for like 6 hours the other day and caught 2 tiny dink bass, but we're out here tonight with a brand new bait that I've never used before, and these bass are just crushing it right before it gets dark. I'm so pleasantly surprised. You guys don't even know. Let's try to push our luck a little bit and get one more before we gotta head out of here. But even if we don't, it's been an amazing evening. Not again. I got another one, guys, right here in front of me. Right here, another quality bass. Come on, get out of there. Get on out. He's coming out, I think. Yep. Where is he? Where is he? He's still on there, I think. No, he got off. That was another like 1.5, 2 pounder. He hit right there in front of that little structure. He must have been sitting on the edge. Guys, check out this amazing sunset we got right here. I just wrapped up fishing right here on this video, but what an absolutely gorgeous view. Could not ask for a better night of fishing. All right, guys, I'm absolutely frozen to the bone out here. We had an unbelievable night of fishing. It was just perfect, man. I did not expect it to go this well, but the micro chatterbait performed way better than I thought it would. Like, the chatterbait in regular size is a confidence bait for me, but I was a little skeptical of how that micro chatter would perform. But today it just blew away my expectations. I guess fishing before a snowstorm is a thing, and it's something that I should continue to do with this micro chatterbait. Guys, if you did enjoy the video, please leave me a thumbs up down below. Drop a comment so I can interact with y'all, and hit that subscribe button. I'm gonna head out of here and de-thaw a little bit in the car. But thanks again for watching. I'll see y'all next time.